soft truths. You only succeed when you become obsessed with volume. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, coach, volume, what's happening? So, let's take this chart for instance. If you're only putting in 10% of volume, how much will you succeed? You're only probably going to succeed to the 10% you're putting in. For the guys that understand they need to put in 90% of volume and become obsessed with this entire process, which means that they understand how the game goes. What do you mean? The game goes like this. If you don't decide right now to take advantage of the opportunity that you have via time, this is the truth. I'm talking to all the young guys. I'm talking to the guys that understand that they have right now, you may be 14, you may be 16, you may be in college, you may be 24, you may be 30. I don't care. You have time. Time is the most important commodity. It doesn't matter about your money. It doesn't matter about X, Y, and Z. Because if everybody got $1 million today and everybody went out to buy the thing that they always wanted to be out, everybody would be at the same level once and again. You know, that's the truth. So when I tell you, you only become successful by being obsessed with the process and the amount of volume that you do. So I had this idea, right? I'm like, okay, I'm working on my business. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. But where's my volume? Where's the volume of how I'm putting content out? How I'm putting X, Y, and Z? How am I putting my clients in the best positions? It's volume. What are you doing repeatedly every single day that is making you successful? If you're not asking yourself these questions, you're always going to be falling to the might of the 10%. I just did what I could do today. It wasn't, I just did I was something. And now you're looking around and you're like, man, how can this be? I see somebody else is doing this and you're comparing yourself. You're thinking, well, what am I doing wrong? Now, I'm not saying that those questions are not good, right? When you see somebody doing better than you, right, you can ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Or you can go to the source and being like, how are you so good at this? A lot of people don't email people. A lot of people don't take the opportunity to figure out what are the mechanisms that you're doing on a day-to-day basis that are making you propel at a faster level and quantity than others. See, what I did to understand this method is I just broke it down. And I know that some of you guys are trying to figure out, what can I do next to propel myself? Now, yes, we have AI. Now, a lot of people want to know, how can I get into AI? How can I do this, that, and third? If you want to know about AI, just ChatGPT it. This is basic information I'm about to tell you right now. Click and you type in, yo, what are the newest things or the newest business models I can get into with AI? Select something and then learn that information. Volume. Study, and then act. If you do not act, you're gonna be in a state. I don't want you to go to school, bro. I don't want you, when I tell you guys about, becoming obsessed with the process and doing it, putting as much volume as, when I ask you guys to study certain things, I'm not telling you to go out there and put the time in and not do anything. Because you could be the most knowledgeable person, but does not know how to put anything in action. Do you think, I believe the Wright brothers, if they would have just thought about the plane and just kept thinking, maybe we could fly, planes, let's keep thinking about the planes, let's keep studying about the metrics, we're not going to put nothing, everything we're just going to think, we're just going to put it on paper. Yeah. Like, how, it doesn't even make sense. That's the truth. A lot of guys do that. They don't know that they're not making sense because they're putting their time into certain things that do not need to take up your time. That is the truth. Reading books without applying it. Guys, this is the biggest thing that I want you guys to take away from all this. Because I'm telling you guys, hey, you have to be obsessed with the process. You have to understand the process. You have to do the process. And you have to take action. But if you don't look at the opportunity when you're reading a book and you see in the first chapter there's something that you need to do or you need to see and act that into your daily routine, do it. Don't keep reading a book. Do the thing. A lot of you guys read the podcast, saw the podcast, listened to the podcast, listen to information, more information. You're doing all this, that, and third, and all of a sudden you don't know where you're at. What am I supposed to be doing with this? That's the reality. The real truth is, when you become obsessed over the progress and the process, and you put everything in, you will succeed. But if you're only putting 10% and thinking, maybe my 10% is going to be okay, it's not going to be okay. Because the truth is, you're lacking in volume, where you can actually start succeeding in volume. But believe it or not, class is closed. Okay. Guys, I need you guys to tap it for me. Guys, if you haven't popped into the Discord, go to the Discord. The link is in the bio. Just click it, the book of yay. Join the Discord, guys. Also, go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Turn me up! But I want to get to the one point that everybody's been asking me. Coach this, coach that, coach, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Yes, I can. And I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm doing a 6-month coaching program. Guys, it's a one-on-one. It's only a couple spots. Look, for the guys that are serious, go join the Discord. The link is in my bio. DM me one-on-one, and then we can go from there. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm only taking people that's trying to get off the bench and trying to play the game and try to win. I'm not taking people that don't want to win. You guys ever been to a program, and you look over here and you're like, oh, snap, the program's good. Yeah, we're doing that, guys. So the guys that want to get their fitness right, for the guys that want to get their goals right, for the guys that want to demolish the dating game and go and understand how to go past the heartbreak, I'm that guy. For the guys that really want to tap in on their faith, I'm that guy. So I'm only going to take a couple guys that are really serious, guys. we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna see how you're at. But I'm only taking serious people. If you are the type of person that say, hey, I'm done with the fact that I'm losing at life and I want to win, the people that are locked in with the book of yay, we gonna win. You gonna look at your teammates and you gonna say, I'm a winner. But at the end of the day, if you come on this side, we gonna work. It's no BS. It's everything. It's daily, daily, daily. So guys, tap in. The book of yay. Go to YouTube, subscribe, lock in. But believe it or not, class is closed.